guys. It's so good to see you.
Hi. So good to see you. Long time no see.
Yeah, truly.
I know. And oh my gosh, amazing season. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I think it's so fascinating how this season all of your characters take a really hard look at their relationships to being a soup and the complications around owning that or denying that part of themselves. Can you each please speak to your experiences exploring these deeply human conflicts around identity this season?
Meg, we're starting strong. Wow, I love it.
Question.
So many identity crises.
So many.
I mean, literally everywhere. Yeah, I mean, okay, so I heard this quote once, and I hope it's true. Someone fact check this, but I'm going to say that if it's true or if it's not, I like it. Which is that the word crisis comes from a Greek word that means to get rid of the bullshit and find I think get rid of the bullshit and find your core, something along those lines. Like a crisis is a moment that is deeply painful, but it means to shed some layers that are potent with bullshit.
I love that.
And so I love that concept because basically it doesn't glorify going through a crisis. It doesn't make it seem like it's any less painful, but there's something to be said when I feel like I'm going through a personal crisis or anyone that I know is going through a personal crisis, which is like, I can only go based on empirical evidence, and maybe this is a survival mechanism, but I call it the magic dark because it always precedes a period of enlightenment. Always, and you have to metabolize it that way because the pain needs to be worth it. And I feel like every character on this show, or I'll speak from Annie's perspective, it feels like I want to shake her and tell her that, but also in those moments, you don't want someone to shake you and tell you that because it's like going through the fucking shit and someone yelling at you, you're going to be stronger because of this. And you're like, okay, but it hurts. Just go down into the darkness with me and acknowledge that it sucks. But most people and the characters on this show that are the strongest, which tend to be the women, in my opinion, make it out on the
wholeheartedly agree.
Make it out on the other end as a stronger, more enlightened entity after the dark.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much I needed that also.
I mean, listen.
Listen,
It's wise one. No. I'm just saying, girl. It's a universal theme. No one's exempt from it. Yeah. I think. No. I mean, listen. I say that. I'm like, everybody got problems.
That's true. Yeah. Do you wanna
yeah. I think at least for Kimiko, she's always been going through an identity crisis because she's thrown into these groups of people that she's like, well, how did I end up here? She got kidnapped by a shining light, and now she's entered this group called the Boys. Who are they? What are they about?
Why am I vacation? Here? You need to we got to go to Hawaii together.
I love this inner monologue. That's what's going on.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And so I think at the end of season 3, we finally see her make a choice for herself, and it's liberating because she owns her powers, and then she says, I'm going to be with the Boys. This is my chosen family. And then we take it a step further in season 4 because of her wavering uncharted waters with the relationship between French and Kimiko, as well as exploring womanhood.
Yes. Yes.
She's never done this before.
I know. It is crazy. Yeah,
we love it. I love to watch it. It's very sweet.
For Newman, I feel like she's always hidden components of her identity. And I think that's deeply attached to shame. Especially around her superpowers. There is such shame attached to that, and she's very much been in the shadows with that. She's very much been in hiding around that. Her persona that she presents to the world is very much it's nothing to do with that. And it's such a large part of who she is. And even with Stan Edgar, with that relationship, that's her father figure to her. That's the person that she wants acceptance and love from most in the world. And I think the interesting thing about that is that Victoria has always wanted to be loved as a daughter by Stan, but he only shows her love when she's a good weapon.
Oh,
so it's this thing about her that's her worth, but at the same time, it's this thing that she has to hide so much. And I think she's going on a journey this season where she's realizing who she essentially is and where the line stops, because I think she's lived in such a morally gray area for so long in this series that she's finally finding her line.
Yeah.
And that's scary and that's unfamiliar. And she's a person who compartmentalizes a lot and has done that out of survival for many, many years. I think she's good at it. But she's kind of losing control of the wheel this season, and that's just terrifying.
Do you think that
I love this. Yes.
I feel like the theme of not accepting who you are and you know the powers, it's AAPI Heritage Month, and so I feel like a lot of you know, Asian Americans have felt like we needed to hide our heritage and hide our culture throughout the years, and it took a lot of like deconditioning to get to where I am, at least, and to feel proud of who
You are.
like where I came from.
Yep. That self-love, that empowerment of feeling like comfortable in your own skin, of celebrating your own skin, your own looks, the way you are. Yeah,
we really do. We really do.
So like this season tackled I love what we're talking about. So many things. But like it is such it's such a integral part of the season, and such an integral theme in the season is trauma and identity. Like it's just we're going there.
Truly.
Season 4.
And it's so powerful, and your performances just never cease to amaze me, and they're such gifts. So thank you, ladies. That was so
Thank you so much.
It's always so much fun.
Yes, it's a pleasure.
We love seeing you.
Much love. Bye.
Until next time.